Hello friends, Koolio here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to share with you my top 10 hero collector / gacha games of 2018. Now for this list, I decided to only include games that have released this year either globally or in English. As well, I tried my best to pick the games based on quality, player population, and how fun the games are to play. Now before we get started, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up to date on the latest in mobile gaming, and if you enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button. Now, without further ado, here are my picks for the top hero collector / gacha games of 2018. Coming in at number 10 is DanMachi Memoria Freese, a turn-based RPG developed by Crunchyroll Games and based off of the anime of the same name. Now the game features a strategic turn-based combat system that kind of reminds me of older Final Fantasy games. It also has a large collection of both adventure and assistant heroes that you can collect from the anime, as well as characters from Attack on Titan from their most recent crossover event. Now, I wanted to put this game on the list as I feel it is kind of a sleeper hit this year for gacha games released in North America. My own experience with the game showed a strong, dedicated player base and plenty of freebies simply by playing the game or participating in their special events and their special crossover promotions. Now, if you're looking for a game full of character, then DanMachi Memoria Freese would be a great game to check out. At number 9 is Star Ocean Anamnesis, a new full 3D action-based hero collector based in the same universe of the popular Star Ocean JRPGs. Now the game is one of the best looking gacha games on the list with its high detailed 3D character models and combat. Now the game has a fast-paced action combat system which requires dodging, timing, and precise skill activation in order to achieve victory. The game has also had a recent crossover event with Nier Automata, adding in a new character and weapons to their summoning system. This game is, however, lower on the list due to the fact that it's lacking in a bit of content and has a smaller player base compared to other games on this list. However, if you're tired of the same 2D turn-based combat that most gacha games adopt and want something with a little more flair and a higher tier graphics, then I recommend giving the game a shot. At number 8, we have Disney Heroes Battle Mode, a cartoon-based gacha game in which you collect characters from the large collection of Disney movies. You can also collect characters like Wreck-It Ralph, Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and even Mickey Mouse himself. The game has a very polished, clean aesthetic look and feel to it, along with a simplified powering system for your heroes. Now the game is frequently updated with new characters and events to play, as well as rumors of upcoming characters from shows like Tarzan, Lion King, and even The Nightmare Before Christmas. The game has a large variety of different game modes to play, including PvP, story missions, and guild wars. However, the game lands lower on this list due to having a more simplistic combat system compared to other games in the genre. At number 7 is Girls Frontline, a military waifu collector where the heroes you collect are merged with various military weapons such as handguns and assault rifles. Now this is a game I recently picked up and I've been having a lot of fun with lately, though the combat can be a bit on the simple side when it comes to hero abilities and an auto attack function. However, the overworld map system in which you must capture strategic points in order to flank enemies, deploy more allies, or overcome obstacles is a fun challenge in itself. And one of the main reasons this game lands on this list is due to the overwhelming recommendations from its player base and their kindness towards new players. Though I feel the game could use with a better tutorial as I felt lost with many of its mechanics. However, the player base is more than welcoming to answer any questions for new players, as well as to guide them towards having a funner experience. Now, the game is also known to have a fair free-to-play system and good summoning rates for its new characters, and with a large amount of content and new events constantly coming out, the game always feels fresh. At number 6 is Marvel Strikeforce. Now I consider not putting this game on this list due to it having pay-to-win concerns, lackluster updates, and a hard grind. I ultimately decided to put the game on the list due to the developers' course correction on certain decisions and trying to listen more closely to what their player base wants. Marvel Strikeforce is a game I feel brought the gacha gaming to a larger mass of players, mainly due to its IP set within the Marvel comics. The game has a large amount of content for both PvE players and PvP players, an ever-growing cast of Marvel heroes and villains to play, and a very in-depth turn-based combat system with heroes and villains having multiple skills, speed that determines attack order, and hero type variety. The game has the money and the company to back it up for years to come, so if you're looking for a game based on popular media with consistent major updates and a large player base, I recommend giving the game a shot. Now for this next game, I have to admit a bit of bias in placing it on this list. The game is Man or Vampire and has become one of my favorite mobile games to play this year. It takes the traditional turn-based grid-style combat and simplifies its controls without losing out on its strategic depth. The game has a very unique vector-style graphics that I absolutely adore. However, the UI, though clean and minimal, can be hard to use on smaller devices, but looks incredible on larger screens, especially on PC. Now, I'll actually have links down in the description for all of these games for both iOS, Android, as well as PC via BlueStacks. So if you want to give any of these games a try, I recommend using the links down below. Now, with Man or Vampire, the game takes a more hardcore approach to its gameplay, such as the game requiring you to halt progression on characters if you want to enter them into PvP, requiring players to really work on the characters beforehand. A heavy death penalty system for losing characters in dungeons, and a unique summoning system that is unlike any other game I have played before. Now, the summoning rates are generous, and you can acquire all the characters simply by playing the game, so I recommend trying the game out if you're looking for a more dark, hardcore experience for your gacha gameplay. At number 4, we have Destiny's Child. With this game set to release in a few days, I figured I'd place it on this list. Now, the game has been out for a while across the seas in both Korea and in Japan, and the game has had numerous updates since its release over 2 years ago, and is set to bring all that content west for us English players. Now, the game has a very unique rhythm combat system and a massive array of different anime-style characters to collect. The game has a variety of different ways to upgrade those characters as well, from their star rating to their equipment, rarity, and even their tiers. The game is very generous with its summoning system, allowing players many chances to receive heroes completely for free, including some of their rarest heroes. The game is pure eye candy as well, with an absolutely stunning art style and combat animations. The game is currently open for pre-registration, as well as having the opportunity to allow you guys to roll for your characters to get a head start before the game's global release. Now we are heading into the top 3 on my top gacha list, and starting off at number 3 we have Azur Lane, a warship waifu collector that has grown an extremely dedicated player base. Now, the major reason this game is so high on the list is because of that dedicated player base. With one of the most welcoming communities I have ever experienced in a mobile gaming market, players eager to not only share with you their favorite waifu, but to also help you get a better experience out of the game. With one of the best free-to-play monetization systems of any hero collector, a large variety of content to enjoy, and constant major updates for story missions, new heroes, and special events skyrocketed this game up on some of the most recommended player lists. If you're looking for a waifu collector to jump into and play, then no other game comes as highly recommended as Azur Lane, and that includes from me. Now at number 2 we have Epic 7. With the recent release of its English version, Epic 7 has quickly taken over many phones as one of the most played and recommended gacha hero collectors of the year. The game has a beautiful art style and combat animations that make its turn-based combat system both a joy to watch and a blast to master. The game has not only a large variety of different game modes from dungeon runs, player versus player, special event missions, and so forth, but it does it in a polished and high-quality standard that a lot of players are looking for in their gacha games. With Epic 7, not only do you get the whole gacha RPG experience, but you get it in a high standard format that many other games struggle to achieve. If you're looking for a new gacha game to play and sink your teeth into and spend hours enjoying, then Epic 7 is definitely the game for you. And now coming in at the number 1 spot for 2018's best hero collector / gacha game is the incredibly popular Dragalia Lost. One of the most hyped and populated games of the year, Dragalia Lost has dominated the mobile marketplace with its co-op action combat, fun and memorable characters, and its consistent content updates. Not only is the game incredibly fun and addictive to play, but it also has a team of developers that truly care about its player base, constantly handing out rewards and reimbursing players for unexpected downtime, as well as being open and honest with its player base on changes and future updates. With its beautiful game world, characters, and engaging combat, the game has achieved a massive population in little amount of time. A game that shines through its polish and high quality. If out of any game on this list you need to try, then that game is Dragalia Lost. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, then don't forget to subscribe and join the Koolio crew, as well as hit that like button. As well, let me know down below what your favorite game is and any games you want to see me try out on the channel. Thanks friends, and I'll see you next time.